Before I get started, I just want to say, if my voice begins to crack, I'm sorry. I got a bad pollen allergy that is messing with me, and I'm going to start cracking. So I just want to get that out of the way. Now, I could start the way I really want to start, and that is to just talk about Cena, but I'm going to talk about the things I cared about along with it. And the stuff I really didn't like or thought was ridiculous. The 6-man tag, I felt like, really didn't make any sense. I know they want to throw all 6 guys out there so people could see them. The video segments for both of them, for the heels and the faces, were not bad. The Dean and Cesaro bit, pretty much saying there is something wrong with Canadians, and then Sami Zayn says, "Hey, I'm a Canadian. What's the deal?" Oh, now it makes some sense. It was a little funny. But honestly, the match itself didn't feel like it was necessary now. To be honest, I felt it should never been done. I can understand if you're going to match some of the guys up against each other. You could put Cesaro up against Kevin Owens. You can put ADR up against Sami Zayn. I know that's been done a bit, but putting all 6 together in one match, even though the crowd did love it, I felt was not necessary right now. I felt really wasn't what was needed. And I'm sure a lot of people won't agree with me. They'll say, yeah, it was necessary. But the way the WWE always acts when they let the faces win, it's kind of telegraphing who's going to win the major match at the pay-per-view. And I just don't like seeing it all the time. Now, another match that I really don't understand why. Natalya versus Dana Brooks. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to see Dana Brooks getting the spotlight. I'm glad to see Natalya. But let's be honest here. Isn't this supposed to be Natalya dealing with Charlotte? Or is it supposed to be Charlotte dealing with Stephanie? I don't know who's supposed to be dealing with who right now, because it's a little confusing. And then after that match, you got Becky Lynch coming down trying to save Natalya with that orange hair of hers. Too many colors. I just didn't know what this was about. Maybe I'm a little confused because my allergies are giving me a lot of... Oh, my eyes are itching. My allergies are messing with me. I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me below, what is the point of the women's division at this moment? Are they trying to spotlight Charlotte dealing with a... When you see that little segment in the back between Stephanie and Charlotte, you wonder, are they going to go there eventually? Or is this just a tease that we're not going to go anywhere? And where the hell is Sasha Banks? I saw her in the very beginning of the show when they tolled the bell for those who died. But why isn't she doing anything? As far as I understand, she's not injured. What's going on? The woman that a lot of people believe that should have won the title is not doing nothing. Like I said, she might be the first one between Team Bad to get somewhere, but she's going to be put to the wayside even worse than Team Bad that will get nowhere. And just to say it, Nicole Beth, our girls are not there. Both of them are hurt, and I blame the WWE for doing this. I blame them. Let's move on. The Rusev versus Zack Ryder. I'll say it in this respect. It was short, sweet, to the point. Now Rusev is doing this extra little bit with his accolade. I don't really believe it's that great of a move. Wrenching him back the way he did. It's better with a smaller guy like Kalisto. When it comes to someone like Zack Ryder, it doesn't really work or look right. But this isn't about Zack. This is about Titus O'Neil. Now, we know Titus got suspended for like 30 or 60 days or something. Got himself in trouble because he grabbed the founder of WWE. I'm glad he's doing something. But how far are they going to go with this? Will they finally let him have a title? Will they start building him? I'm hoping that. I'm hoping they're going to build up Titus O'Neil because the guy's got the look. He's got charisma. Yeah, he's not that great in the ring. I mean, not everybody who's like that can really go well in the ring. He doesn't have, like, the ring general mentality, but it does not mean he couldn't get over. So I'm glad to see that. Enzo Amore, along with Big Kaz. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not always interested in guys like that, because sometimes it gets on my nerves. How you doing? But I gotta say it's funny. It is what it is. It's funny. It's getting over. And Big Kaz did a very well choreographed job of saying, what we got here? We got Gorgonzola. How you doing? We got cheddar cheese. How you doing? We got blue cheese. How you doing? I like that they kind of spotlighted Wisconsin. No, Green Bay, Wisconsin. What am I going like? Am I forgetting Wisconsin? My allergies are really messing with me. But essentially, I enjoyed it. But here's the problem I have with that. And it wasn't bad, the match, but shouldn't have been saved for something special. Shouldn't these guys have a special match at the pay-per-view? Instead of them doing this and then probably be put onto the pre-show of Money in the Bank. That's what I'm feeling is going to happen. And that's the truth. That's how I feel. Breathe. Usos versus Breeze Dango. I'm going to say this right now. Maybe some people might agree with me or not. But when it comes to Tyler Breeze and Fandango, Breeze Dango is a stupid name. These guys should be together. The pretty boy with the pretty boy dancer actually makes some sense. But why not call them, and I'm saying it right now, the Flying Flamingos. Yeah, I put something maybe on the screen next to them. I don't know. I don't know if I can do that in editing. I have to find that out. But why not call them the Flamingos? They can fly. Flamingos can fly. They're very colorful. They're very pronounced. That makes sense. The Flying Flamingos, or the Flamingo Dancer, wherever you want to call them. I really feel like Flamingo should be in their name. But what I don't want to see the name of is Golden Truth. I can't stand R-Truth and Goldust like this. This is stupid. I know some people are just beginning to catch on with them, but let's be honest here. Let's be honest. When it comes to Goldust, he's not the issue. It's R-Truth. R-Truth has not changed his attitude since 2011 when he was dealing with John Morrison. That is when he was really interesting. He doesn't change his ring attire. He doesn't change his intro. Just because he raps differently doesn't mean it's different. The problem is not Goldust. It's R-Truth. And R-Truth needs to change. I understand he loves rapping. I understand he wants to play around. I understand that. I'm not against the guy. But sometimes you need to change your character and change it profoundly. The guy's got ability to change himself. And that's what I believe needs to be done. And the worst thing is the Usos got that win and they're basically a prop. They didn't gain nothing from that. And I hate it. Apollo Crews gets his moment with Big Show. You know what it reminded me of? John Cena with The Undertaker. And dealing with Kurt Angle back around 2003 when John was beginning to build up. That's what it kind of made me think. Because essentially he didn't say the same words, but he pretty much said it best. He wants to see, and this is what Big Show said, he wants to see if you're going to fold. That's what he's looking for. And I'm alright with this. I'm glad to see it. Apollo Crews really does still seem very cookie cutter babyface. Seem too clean cut. Needs to be different. But this is the beginnings for him. He's only been here barely even a month in the main roster. And he went from the NXT roster to the main roster. If they're willing to actually push the guy, he has potential to do something great. But that's just how I feel. New Day. I'm going to the beginning of the show because I'm almost finished. At least by my perspective. I like the New Day. I like the New Day coming out dealing with Shane O'Mac and Steph. Steph in those poom poom shorts almost interesting. Here's the thing, and I'm going to say this right now. We know about the brand split. We know about SmackDown and Raw going back. I said this a while ago when the unified title came. I had a feeling it was going to last for maybe about a year or so. And then they go back to the brand split. And maybe they'll split the titles apart. I don't know what they're going to do about the titles. My guess is they may split the titles back to the way they were of the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship. I just don't know. Unless they're going to come up with a new title. Which I don't think they will. They'll probably split the titles because they got to do something for SmackDown and Raw. Unless that the WWE World Heavyweight Champion is going to go back and forth between both SmackDown and Raw, which I don't know if that's going to be good enough. You got to give something for each show. But seeing that New Day was grilling them was okay. My feeling about the brand split. I really believe SmackDown is going to be the brand split that NXT is going to be covering. I've heard some people say it. But I also believe that most of the people that did come from NXT, including Xavier Woods, Big E, maybe Cesaro, will go to SmackDown. And I believe the person that's going to run SmackDown will be Shane himself. I do not believe that they're going to leave Shane in running of Raw. I really believe Stephanie is going to run Raw. I'm not saying Stephanie's better. I'm just saying that they may just do that. That's what they're going to do. I really believe they're going to leave Shane running SmackDown because that's where all the new talent is going to be coming up from NXT. That's where I think that's where they're going. But by the time you get to stupid dance, which I'm alright with, Shane is, I'll say this about the entire segment, they tried to make it as organic and as laid back as possible. And Shane did it well. Steph, somewhat. At least near the end, before she was about to dance her ass off, and then the Vaudevillains came out, kicked New Day, well, tried to kick New Day's ass and didn't make it. And then the club came out and then kicked New Day's ass, and Vaudevillains walked off. I just felt like it was okay, but it kind of gave me signs to come that something funny was about to happen. And now we're at the final part of this. John Cena and AJ Styles. The two heads of both companies. John Cena TNA. Oh, am I saying John Cena TNA? I really am not myself. AJ Styles and TNA and John Cena for WWE. Let's be honest, both these guys were basically carrying their companies for many years. AJ was carrying TNA for a long time. And seeing that both the heads were finally staring each other down was actually pretty good to see. The crowd going split between them was actually really good. I did enjoy it. And here's the thing. When it came to AJ talking, I believe that was an actual shoot. He did do a shoot. Of course, it was mostly a work. It was supposed to be a work, but I think in the very beginnings, when he said, I know we were both from two different worlds, he was referring to TNA and WWE. Because everyone compared them together. Everyone knows AJ was better than John Cena in many cases. After 2006 going up, AJ was better. Because John was just too humdrum. But now we both got them. And now, AJ is John Cena's bitch. I know a lot of people are not going to like this. John Cena has a new bitch because this is what's happened. Taking away from the very beginning of him talking, which was really meant to motivate, to remind people that the United States is good. Of course he's going to do that. And he's one of the only people in the company that can actually pull it off. As much as you don't like him, he did pull it off pretty well. Saying that he is one that everyone has to go through, that's what he's been saying for a while now. But the problem I see now for AJ, and I said this during Extreme Rules, Seth Rollins is in AJ is out. AJ now is about to go down a very bad spiral. Because now AJ is dealing with John Cena, and now AJ is a heel again. He's back with the club, he's a heel again, and he beat the crap out of John Cena 3 straight freaking times. And I'm telling you right now, and I really hope I'm wrong this time around, which I know I'm not, everyone loves AJ. Everyone wants to pop for AJ. Everybody wants to cheer for AJ. And now the WWE has turned him heel, which still makes him a face. John Cena is going to be the face, which will eventually turn to a full-blown heel. Everyone's going to hate his ass. And then AJ's going to get buried. I hope I'm wrong. I really believe AJ deserves better than this. At least let him have the IC championship. I believe he would do better at it than The Miz would be. But the way the WWE works, they always bury new talent they didn't build themselves. And look at AJ Styles. They're going to bury his ass. Badly. And I really hope I'm wrong. But you guys tell me below if I'm wrong or not. So I hope you enjoyed the Zane's view. Please give me a comment below. And I'm going to see what I'm going to figure out about the new brand split. And if am I going to do SmackDown and Raw reviews again. I've been doing Raw reviews for a while. But I haven't done a SmackDown review maybe in 2 years. I just got tired of it. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do SmackDown because I always got doctor's appointments to go to and always stuff I'm doing. I don't know yet. I'll have to figure out the scheduling for it. But you guys have a good day and have a good night.